not as bad as we think they are.
In case you forgot, our parents' war is about to become ours. Figure out which side you're on.
My name's Kibble. I'm from the Brothers Geek Out podcast. Nice to meet you, Dean.
Great to meet you.
The movie's awesome.
Thank you.
I had a great
Thank you.
experience. And seeing it in my 20s to seeing how it's transcended to me in my 40s, it's a great experience that I'll be able to share with my kids now.
Good. That was the hope.
Yeah, so it was like, what was it that you wanted to bring to the younger audience now with this, with the visual effects side, because your animation background that you bring into the directing into this, the look and feel of it, what was that like when you saw the first cuts of the movie?
Well, one of the big ambitions was, could we deliver the sense of photoreal, credible dragons, as credible as any dinosaur in Jurassic Park. Yeah. So there's something about animation that allows you to lean into caricature and exaggeration and fantasy, but here we had to make it feel very believable so that when we have our live actors on screen, the dragons feel as real as they do. And so that was the real challenge, but I thought if we can really deliver it, it's going to up the kind of wish fulfillment of having a dragon of your own.
Definitely. There is you bring some scenes from the original into this one, and the technicality behind bringing it into live action with the flying scenes, what was that like for you, seeing that happening on set, to thinking, how is this going to turn out once we add the visual effects into there?
Yeah, for much of the film, we built sets and we had Vikings and costume, and so you got a sense of what those scenes were going to be. You didn't have to use much imagination, but when it came to the flying, that was really stripped down because we needed bits and pieces from different from sort of different disciplines of the movie, and so we found ourselves for a month on a soundstage with just blue screens and a giant gimbal which could move in 6 axes, and on top of that, which was kind of an innovation for this movie, we built animatronic dragons. So we had the bodies and the necks and the heads of each dragon that was going to be flown. So for Toothless, we would have the Toothless sitting on top, about 3 meters tall, with a saddle on him, and Mason sat in it. And we could control the movement of the dragon in any direction, diving, rising, rolling, banking, and Mason would move with it in every direction. So you got the effect of like a jockey on a horse, yes, moving with the animal, co-piloting the animal. And that then had to be extracted, just the Mason part of it, and married with our visual effects, and then put into, oftentimes, a completely CGI world that looked as photographic as the aerial photography that we did around the Faroe Islands or Iceland.
It's a beautiful scene, and really captured a moment from the animation that I really enjoyed, of being free and flying, and to bring that into live action is an amazing scene to watch, because I felt it. The sound was amazing. That you brought back the soundtrack as well, which was great. For me, it was like a total geek out moment as an artist myself, when I'm drawing on 2D piece of paper to seeing it become 3D animation, then into visual effects. Even the textures that you used on some of the dragons, did you have input on how that would become?
Yeah, it's a total group effort, but yes, I was definitely in there for all of that discussion and kind of steering it toward that scene in particular. We wanted to be almost shot for shot to the animated movie. There were 2 scenes that we did that. The other one was when they're drawing in the sand and they touch, because we thought that would be a nice way to pay homage to the fandom and to that original film. And it allowed us to then be able to branch out and explore in different ways throughout the rest of the movie.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Working with Gerard again, what was that like to see him in his full costume, bringing Stoke back onto the scene? That must have been a surreal moment for you to see it happening like that.
It is. The first time I saw him in costume, it completely transformed, and it eased all of my worries of, is this just going to look like Gerard Butler with a fake beard, a Renaissance fair? But he actually just fully embodies the character, and the costume was amazing. Yeah. Lindsay Pugh outdid it herself. She was our costume designer. But I think when he had it on, with all of its weight, it's like 100 pounds, and he's carrying this big heavy sword, he became the character. And Gerard is just, especially with this character, he's always taken it very, very seriously, and so he commits completely. And you get that energy on set. Every other actor feeds off of it.
That's amazing, amazing. Great movie. Can't wait to watch it again and take my kids as well. So thank you so much for bringing this to live action.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, guys.
Glad you liked it.
No, it was really good. Really good. Like blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. I saw it.
Here it comes!